This next alteration is called sleeve girth. This is where you need to increase in the bicep area. We first need to look at your body measurements, measure your bicep where you're the fullest, and add how much ease you would want. And this person's bicep is 13 inches. They would like 3.5 inches of ease, so we've added that in. So what she would like for extra ease and her measurement is 16.5. And then we go to the pattern at the apex, and it will tell you for your size what the finished garment measurement is. It's 15.25. So now we need to write that down in this column. And then we look what that difference is. Well, it's 1.25 inches. So we need to increase the sleeve girth 1.25 inches. We need to make some marks on our pattern, and you need to remember that this pattern has seam allowance in it already. We don't have a marking for the cap, so we have to mark that ourselves. We don't mark from point to point. Remember, we mark from seam line to seam line. So I've already measured down 5/8, I measured down 5/8, and I drew that cap line all the way across. And then I came straight down from the circle marking right through the sleeve apex all the way down, a line parallel to the grain line. Then we need to mark our hinges. So remember, we don't hinge at the cut edge, we hinge at the seam allowance, which is 5/8 in, 5/8 in. Same with up here, so that's our circle mark, that's already there. And then down here, if this was a normal pattern, it would be down here. But we have to understand that we've got a hem fold line right here. So that is actually going to be our hinge. And then we're going to cut. So you have to fold it in half just a little bit to get it started. Cut to but not through the hinge. And then cut the cap line. To but not through the hinge. And another hinge. And then finish down here to the hem line. And then we'll come from the cut edge and come in close to the hinge. And we'll come up the hem allowance. This is a deep hem allowance because it's a slit finish for the hem. Okay, so that's where our hinges are. We now need to add tissue paper underneath. So I'm going to put a square piece diagonally, different color so that you can see that. One of my hinges have broken here, so I'm going to have to tape that back together. Okay, we're going to secure the pattern to the tissue paper up here. We don't want any kinks in our pattern. Everything needs to lay flat. Remember, we are increasing 1.25 inches. So it will overlap a little bit here. Work with it till you get that 1.25 inches. Almost there. Okay, we are there, so we are going to pin. Now you will go ahead and tape the center area down. Okay, now we've added all of the tape to the tissue paper, so you can cut off the extra. If you find that this overlaps too much and you need more cap, this would be another alteration, but we could raise the cap again to give you a little more height.